All right, so today we're going to do an experiment. I'm going to use this stuff here. And obviously, but Michael's like 40 bucks from Bob. We got 2 little castings for some cool looking, what do they call it? The geodes. The little resin creation resin thing bobbers. They're for geodes. All we really have is a little black, it's like graphite looking. We got some sand in the other room we might use. And then we have this little lizard dried up shell, dried up bones and whatnot. That we're gonna try to do in the sphere here. And this is our experiment. Eric just watched about 10 videos. Biggest thing was mixing, and mixing. Get the right amount. So obviously we're gonna pour this in. We're gonna pour a little in here and here, and then we'll pour a little of the black dust, glitter dust, extra fine on it. And then pour a little more, and then we'll put the lizard in. And then we're going to, well, we might not do that. I might not put this in. I want the lizard to be 100%. I'm gonna be able to see the bottom. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna save that for the geodes. Anyway, here we go. So first and foremost, it tells you equal amounts. So I'm looking at these and I'm like, why did they not give me equal amounts? It says 237 milliliters on both, or 8 full ounces. So my first thing I gotta do is I gotta make them even, only because I don't have a measuring cup. So these are my measuring cups. I had planned on going to this line with both in this glass cup. Don't even know if you can use glass. Hopefully we can. We're gonna find out. 1-to-1 volume, working time, 30 to 40 minutes. Demold time, 24 to 48 hours. Like I said, we got 4 molds, or 3 molds, I'm sorry. A couple projects, we're gonna see what happens. We do have little measuring cups. If we were just doing the geodes, we could do a little and mix it and then pour it in them, but they're just like side experimental gig. My kid will love them, I think, if I get them right. And we were gonna do some micro machines in the in the sphere, and then we're like, you know, we got this lizard that died years ago, and for some reason it's still sticking around. So that's where we're going with. It's not the biggest lizard, so it's, you know, little, whatever. It's an experimental. If this works, I plan on doing much more. In case you can't see me, I'm down here. But anyway, so here we go. The first thing I'm gonna do is I grabbed an empty bottle out of the trash, and like I said, you know what? There's a big dent in the side. I wonder if that's the big dent is the reason. Nah. There's just too much for me to be able to do what I want to do. So I'm going to go drip, 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 drip. Let it settle. I think I'm going to say that I'm pretty darn close. Man, I would say if I get any closer, it'll be perfect. There we go. So we're starting with 2 evenly filled bottles. Make sure you vent the windows. Make sure you throw this out and not drink it. So here we go. Like I said, I'm going to go to the lines. One advantage of me knowing I'm going to the lines is that I'm going to, since everything was about mixing, I'm going to go to these line first. You'll see. Boom. You want to avoid pouring it really hard, and you really want it to roll on the side, because I can see the air bubbles, and they told you that. I'm being stubborn. From past experiences, if you roll and lightly angle it, you'll end up coming up. And you see we still have plenty in there. But this, as part of helping me mix, I'm going to do a little of each. And I did a bar top with the same stuff, a little different before. And what I did was I used a torch to get the air bubbles out. There we go. We still got plenty to go. We're still way out, but like I said, I'm trying to cheat the system by part of the mixing being me pouring it in. And I know I got to be at least halfway up that handle to fit the one piece alone. So we're kind of playing with everything here. It's in a glass thing also, so I know that if I want to, I know that I can. Man, I don't think we're going to have enough going to. We're going to go to the bottom line. Ooh, I didn't go too far, but whatever it is, I'll mark on the next one. I did, I went too far. Pretty darn close. Oh, no, still not enough actually. It's crazy, if you look in there, you can kind of see it, like, you can see the different stuff. So anyway, we're gonna add some more of this because I'm trying to see where we're gonna get with level-wise. So I might have to add just a smidge more, and the biggest thing about it is consistency of the add. I still got plenty left in that one that well. I'm going back in with this guy. Go back the cup up so you can see the roll I'm talking about. All right, so now we're getting there. Oh man, we're right there. We're right there on this one. We're actually, it looks like we're right there on this one, but as it comes down off the side, it'll be not right there. So anyway, we're gonna go in with this one a little more. And I'll let that sit. Like right now, it looks like I'm way low from that line, but as you watch, it's come down off the sides and everything's going back up. So I'm letting them both sit a good bit. Yeah, we're way high on that one again. We're gonna go a little bit more of this one, which is good. I don't mind having more than half a cup of this because I want to do the geodes, and then I'll probably leave the leftover in the cup and do something fancy with that. Man, because I want to be consistent, I gotta go a little more of this, just a little. That's enough. Consistency is the key, so we're just waiting for them both to settle. I could start mixing if I want to. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to start a little, just because I'm waiting for them both to settle. To be, I got to be the same height on both of them. I have to, because that is the biggest. Everything I've read on these things are the level of, man, so close. I need a smidge more of the stability. Oh no, sorry, that's UV stability. So it shouldn't yellow later in life. Boom, that's all I'm doing, boom. But this will sit on the counter in the house somewhere anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm gonna start mixing, like I said. I got a glove on. We're at 8 minutes into the video, so we want to start for at least, I think it was at least 4 minutes, and these bubbles are gonna kill me. So whatever, I'm not really worried about the bubbles. I actually think that if the bubbles stay in the middle of the mix and it's clear, it'll be awesome looking. Have bubbles in the lizard. You want to go back and forth, side to side, scrub the bottom. Try not to get anything on my hand, because then that's part of the mix that won't be there. So at 12 minutes, I will let it settle for a sec, and then I will start over and do it for another 4 minutes. Oh man, I'm gonna cramp up my hand. Got arthritis and carpal tunnel in this hand, and I'm gonna have to switch hands. You wanna keep rolling and twisting and everything. Meanwhile, I'm watching both of these containers, and it looks like the blue stuff is a little bit more than I need. Than I anticipated, so I'm gonna have to do a little drop blue, whatever bluer stuff is, bluest stuff, one drop, boom, that's it. All right, we'll let that settle and we'll keep mixing. And man, this stuff is no joke. I imagine if I didn't mix it like I did already, I'd be here like, what the heck, how is this ever gonna mix? I'm dragging the sidewall best I can. Mixing away, rub the bottom as much as I can. Again, I'm trying to keep the rubber glove and my fingers out of this stuff, because anything that I take off of the material or out of the material, it will obviously, oh you bugger, I got a piece of wood chip in here. They supplied me with this wood, that's not cool. I got 2 minutes down. And now I'm at a great, I think, what do you guys think? I think I have a great, I think I screwed up big time with something else, but I'll tell you that in a second. I think I'm dead even there. So I'll move them out your way. Does one smell different than the other? Yes, they do. There's one, because here's the kicker. I don't know which lid I used. I'm gonna have to get plastic bags and seal both of them. But until that time, we're gonna just keep mixing. Off the sides, scrape the sides, scrape the bottom. I've been wanting to play with this epoxy for a while. I did the bar, but that was different. I did gallons at a time, blended it up, and then dumped it. The fun part about this one is that this spear has such a small hole. I don't own a funnel that big, that fine, I should say, anywhere that I know of at the house. Now, if you had a drill, you would have nothing but air bubbles. I could just see it. But I got a lot of air bubbles now. It's kind of like, oof. I'm not really mixing that ferociously or anything. Like you guys can see the air bubbles. See them all? You sit here, what did air bubbles do? They do raise up, so it will kind of settle. And then you got to pour it in as slow as possible. Debating on how I'm going to pour this in. Am I going to pour half in? I think I really should pour some in and put the lizard into it. The skeleton. Man, I had a couple turtles back in the day pass, and you know, move on to the pet cemetery. And cool, they were small ones. If I still had them, be like, yo, be cool looking. Oh, we're not killing turtles for that. No. So now they tell you to rub the side, and I'm not happy with the sticks they gave us because I'm looking at the one on the table and it's got, what do you call it? So we're gonna scrape it with another one. One side, the other side. Hey, that was a brain. I'm sure you guys just saw the dumbest thing ever. I dipped it back in instead of moving the stick that I'm scraping with. I'll scrape it off of that stick. Keep this one around. Actually, I don't know how the guy in the video I just watched didn't have bubbles like I have. Kind of lost. We're at our 12-minute mark. I'm going to assess the situation. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I still see swirly marks. And I think the swirly marks are the different things, two different parts. And I don't want to have two different parts, so I got to really get it in to mix mode. At least another 4 minutes. I could have used a bigger stick, I think, too. Like I said, I have a glass container, so I can take a little heat to this glass container to shove the air bubbles out. Because I don't know how the air bubbles will get out of the mix once it's in there. The guy said, roll your thing. He said, roll the cup. So we got the cup moving. We're scraping the sides again, scraping the side. I see the side totally getting scraped. That is awesome. I'm gonna scrape the side this way too. It's crazy. It's like you can see it, like you can see me going down in the thing. It's freaking nuts. It sucks because it's definitely on my fingers now. Can't avoid it. I kind of got the wrong thing for this, I guess you'd say. They didn't give me a good... The stick wasn't as long as I needed, or I used too big of a cup. It's my own fault. I'm losing this stick. It's getting all... Now by scraping this, I'm getting everything off the stick because I'm going to switch sticks. They probably shouldn't because I should stick with it. But I'm losing this stick. It's too slippery. If I had to do it again, I would get a better tongue compressor, which my son has in his room in his chest. I know it. Now I think about it. Ugh. Mixing it is the biggest thing, so I got to do this right. It's got to be done right. I love how they say scrape it to the side of the cup, but like it's not that runny, so it's not gonna meet back down in that container that fast. Or, of course, I keep going back into the damn stuff. All right, I'm gonna dispose this thing over here. Hopefully I didn't take too much of the mix away between my freaking hand and that. We're going back in. And it's crazy because now there's stuff way up here. I'm gonna scrape that before I go in, and then I'm gonna go in. And it's crazy. You can actually see it's like gel in here in like 2 parts still. I better get moving on this mix because I know it's air bubbles are ugly and I don't want them, but I don't know how they expect you to legitimately mix this stuff and not do that. But, oh, my hand's cramping up. That's lovely. Old age will get you. So I'm scraping off the bottom, and that might be a big problem. If I don't get the bottom separated. My biggest mistake, not having a big enough mixer. So we're about 8 minutes into mixing, and it says 6 and 4 and all these other crazy numbers and do this and do that. So we're gonna the guy did say if you were smart, you bring 2 cups. And they were using plastic mixing cups, so they had a lot more brains than me. And the reason for 2 cups is anything that's unmixed would be on the sides or the bottom, and then you're not going to incorporate that in your project. I should say, not your product. I mean, maybe you're selling it. Maybe it is your product. The smell is familiar. I do remember the smell. It sucks that the I don't know how they expect you to avoid these air bubbles. I mean, like I said, I knew that when I did the big one, I got a lot of air bubbles. I used the freaking mixing paddle, and it was vicious. I mean, the air bubbles for me are actually pretty cool, I think. If I get consistency and the air bubbles stay, whew, man, I'm worn out. It's wearing me the heck out. That's mixing too, believe it or not. It's going up and down. I watched all. Actually, I have a really good consistency now. I don't know if you guys can see that. I like it. The only thing I didn't do is what I wanted to do. I didn't put a piece of cardboard down. Oof. I just have not the smartest thing in the world I have, but I have something set up. All right, we're about at the time limit, which is what was that? 4 minutes and 3 minutes. 16 to 24 hours. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, so we're at the time limit where we should probably stop. So I'm going to do the geodes first. And what I'm going to do is, just because they're easy to play with, I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to go boop and fill just a little bit in there just to let it settle. Scrape it off, drop it in, because I'm going to stick some of the black dust I have in there, like I said. Where did that go? Right here. Boop, got some of that. Kind of letting that flatten out a little. But I did also say I'm gonna use this to help hold the lizard in place. So I'm gonna put a little in here and wrap it around. Oh, I should not have did that. I scraped the side in there. Is what it is. I only live once with this crap, right? This is an experiment. Let's see how it works out. Works out cool. If not, I wasted like 40 bucks. That is what it is. Anyway, now I'm holding that there. Trying to let that stuff get in there. All right, gonna little too much on that one. A little lot on that one. Now I'm gonna do a little. Just sprinkled some. The basically like no, I forget what I called it. What they called it. It's just filling this geode flush, and then I'll let that sit. Scrape that side off. I don't know if you're supposed to fill this all the way up, but let's get a little more in there. There's a nice lip, like almost like it'll be like a shelf piece, I guess. I don't know. That one's done. Oh, it lifted the, we'll do a lot in this one. The glitter. That's what it was called. I'm brain dead. Looks like the glitter lifted up. It's pretty crazy looking. And the other one. We're just filling this puppy up. This is my first time ever doing this. So if you're watching, you're like, this guy is dumb as a brick. Hey, cool, man. Awesome. Like, give me a subscription so you can watch my future endeavors if I do it ever again. And then you could say, oh, okay, he learned. And if not, no, you know, whatever. Got them two filled up. They'll be interesting enough. I don't want to scrape this again, but you know what, we're going to scrape it. If we have problems, we have video proof to know what we have problems from. I need to get that out of my hand. I only have one paper towel here. That's not the best thing in the world to do, but oh well. So I'm going to move this over here. Didn't use that one, move that out of the way. Now you're supposed to pour this so that it hits the side of the moldings and stuff for as far as air bubble problems. But I don't really see where they're going to get rid of my air bubble problems because we already got a ton of air bubbles. Like I said, I know if it was in a glass fixture or something, I could use air. I mean, I could use heat. All right, look, we're putting the lizard in here. It doesn't matter if he goes upside down or what, so we're sticking him up. Oh, man, he's not fitting. Get in there, boy. I'm going to do some trickery here. There he goes. Now he's in. And we're going to lay it over top of him. Oh, push them down nice and flush. All right, all right. Dag, my hand's so nasty I can't even scrape the. It's a shame because there is a lot of air bubbles, but I did what they told me to do. But you know, it's a learning process. Like I said. I do know this spear is going to be fun to fill. I'm going to go grab more paper towels. Oh, that actually closed up 10 times easier than I thought it would. The spear is closed. Wish I had some kind of funnel. This is really going to be experimentally fun. I'm actually going to go get a bunch of paper towels because Lord knows if I overflow this and it goes all over the place, I'm going to catch hell. Oh, it's on a nice Bob's discount furniture table, which they could use it glazed. What are you gonna do, you know? I'm just gonna lay this around this bad boy. I don't really know how I'm gonna get this in the hole, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it filled. I mean, I hope I didn't use too much on them other two things, but it is already it's pretty full already. I need something else. I guess the box is going to be my emergency escape. I don't know. There we go. We're just going in. You only live once, people. It's like a snow bunny here. Let's see if we can get this to go in the hole. I'm a mechanic and I pour oil into motors for a living sometimes, so we might get lucky, buddy. Oh, it's burning up. It's building up on me. Letting it rain on me. I gotta get it all in there first. Man, what the heck? Where's the scraper at? We got a good scraper here? We do. What we're gonna do is take this good scraper. I just got that stuff on me. I felt it. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I'm doing this because I don't know if I have enough. It's weird looking. It looks like plenty, but big problem I'm having is that hole clogged up there because I popped up like a bubble in there. Definitely have a better game plan than me when you do this, people. Like, I don't know if they sell resin funnels. If they do, invest. Oh snap, it's coming fast, it's coming real fast. Are you over the threshold yet? Okay, we're approaching to be... I don't know where it's going, but I don't see it. Alright, now we're past the middle. I thought we were past the middle. Where the hell is it going? You still got a lot left in the cup, so I'm assuming we're golden. I see air bubbles in my little geode things over there, so it's a good thing. Oh, this guy's raising up. Oh man, he's raising way up. Might have to take a scraper and push his butt down. Oh, he's fully covered, I don't care. And he will be because the hole is at the very top and he ain't that small to be at the very top. But it would be much cooler if he was in the middle. Oh snap, what am I paying attention to? Where's the hole? Where's the fill? Real close to the top now. Just getting scary because it ain't to the top and I'm running out of flow here. And we ain't talking about flow from Allstate. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Oh, oh. So we're going to try to attempt to push him down just a little bit. All right, there we go. But now we got to get everything back in there. Because to get a perfect spear, it has to be filled, obviously, right? Hold a big old bubble there. There we go. We got it. Killed the bubble. I'm new to this, people. Don't kill me. I know we're half an hour in. It says working time half an hour. Seen the air bubble, so I figured I'll put some more on top. And the air bubble pops. Gotta have something in there, right? Lots of air in there, man. Lots of air in there. I might go get the blow dryer and stand way back. I just don't know how the silicone thing would take. The geodes are over here bubbling on me like a champ. Just the one, actually. The geodes are more like just an experimental little plus that my kid might like or hate me for. I don't know. Think they're cool or think I didn't let him do it, so they weren't that cool. Man, the lizard is literally right here. I kind of wanted him way down. This is kind of irking me a little bit. Let's see if I can get him to... I'm going to try one more time to force him down. All right, he's halfway down. He got off my stick, I guess. There he goes. I hope I didn't break him in half. I see his tail down there. I see, I don't know, it looks connected. No matter what, it'll be pretty cool. The bones of a lizard. It's an anole lizard. To be sure, I wasn't sure. I think it was not a... Every time we had a green one die, we took it and got our money back. I know it sounds cheap, right? Like $7, but... we didn't really take it to get our money back. We took it to get another lizard. So Petco or PetSmart, whoever does carry them, gave us a full refund. So basically we could buy another one. I don't think I'm getting the air bubbles out like I want. I think I'm going to retire to, I don't even know if I can do this. But yeah, we're working the top off. Just trying to get off the chunk in case I move it and something touches it. I don't have any animals, so they can't touch it except for the lizards in the basement. They're nowhere near it. Like I said, if you've done this before and I'm way off, hey, call me out on it. Call me out on it. Call me out on it. So I'm going to try to attempt to... This glass is trash. I had so much crap laying around us, whatever. You know what? We're going to pour it in here just to see what happens in this feeder container we had. We'll let it just melt in there. The leftover. Man, that lizard popped up way high again. He's a punk. I think I read that if you really want to do it right, you do it, you stick them in it, and you stick them where you want them. You layer up to that, stick it there, but you got to do it mixing it, obviously, in different batches, and then you let them stick there. And then after he is stuck, and you go to the, I think the curing time is like, for that is like half the time of a mold release. I forget, I could be wrong, but anyway, you stick them to the top layer of that, and then you mix them up after the half cure time, and you stick the next layer on top, and it will seal him in. And as long as it's in a certain time, you won't even notice. It will be a seamless patch base of the two. So I like playing with this stuff. So I think if this comes out well and this thing looks cool, hey, maybe it'll be something we do a bunch of videos of. I don't know if you know, but I'm trying to get out of the car business just because I'm tired and worn out. I love making helpful videos for people, that I do. But you know, my well-being, family life, and all that good stuff. You want to enjoy life. I'm just dumping some glitter in the top of this scrap leftover. So I said earlier that I wasn't sure which mix was which cap, and I think if I do this again, I'll write on the cap A and B, because I just put my napkin in there, and there definitely was like some residue on the top. I guess if it sat forever and it didn't have a residue on the top, that'd be awesome. There's not a lot left, but there's enough that I could do. I don't know, a couple, actually I lied, there's half a bottle left, so I definitely want to take care of this lids. I might get a plastic bottle. You know what? I'm just gonna grab a Ziploc bag. Yeah, they don't smell any different. Not good to sniff this stuff. It's got an odor. We're gonna take this thing, put it in a different room in the house that has a lot of ventilation. But I'm gonna go get a plastic bag out the kitchen so that I can bag the caps on. I'm gonna put a bag on. I'll show you. I'm just be easy with it. So I wiped that, so I'm gonna wipe this too. Next time I'll probably just pour all of this right into a whatever I'm mixing. We'll see what happens. I might have mixed it totally wrong. It might not work, and we might have poop to deal with. Got one Ziploc bag, snap bag at that, and I'm literally just gonna rip it off. I need two pieces here, buddy. Come on. There we go. This is just my home remedy for not knowing which cap. I just sealed it with that cap. Hopefully, you know, this, and then I'm gonna seal with this cap. Hopefully this plastic bag doesn't react with the chemical in there, and I don't know. Who knows? But there we go. Put that back in the box. We got here, this is the Resin Plus, another box out of the box. Put the directions back in, put the measuring little cups back in, and you'll see the finished product either in the next video or I'll add it to this video. Thanks for watching.